for Trigger Happy here. I see that was his pocket pick in Season 1.
Out by Team Trigger Happy. Probably because they favor guns.
Favor guns? Don't want to see those axes?
Trigger Happy.
Oh, true. I see what you did there.
And I will be signing off as I have just been fired.
Just been fired.
Well, no, just bad.
Zach picked off by Team Huge Minion Difference. Looking to minimize the CC capabilities of the opposing team.
The weak fear the shadows.
Kane ban coming in here. I do happen to know that CCO posted a picture of him playing Kane in the warm-up game before the match today in the ALS Discord. So probably a little target ban there towards CCO not wanting to see the Kane come through in this match. Be interesting if CCO is a little tilted about that one. Maybe regretting his decision to post that in the chat. As Nautilus, though, is the first pick here.
Quickly that way. That was very quickly picked. Maybe might have been something in the works all along. Tarek picked up for Team Trigger Happy as well.
We can't gloss over that Diana pick also. Obviously the our favorite pick here at the ALS, for obvious reason, for anyone who was around during Season 1.
Yo, Diana.
Master Yi, though, being locked in, despite the successive nerfs to this champion as well as the funnel strategy, being locked in here, not sure if that is in an attempt to make sure that the funnel comp is not played by Trigger Happy here, just opting to pick up Master Yi for themselves.
Maybe. It's also just always going to be a solid pick.
Nico will be their last pick of the first round here. Followed by that Aatrox pick. Aatrox still a very strong champion up in the top lane. Good with multiple comps. Solid pick here for Trigger Happy. Vayne will be the first ban here in the second phase.
I can see that. We have a tanky bot lane support already kind of picked. Not wanting to go into a particularly tank-killing group would be fine.
Aphelios.
Yeah, that's some people just aren't comfortable playing into Aphelios. Darius also picked off the table. That's more just kind of a generic I don't want to play against Darius ban, I think. It's annoying, it gets out of hand, and things can get a little wild that way. Aphelios, I think, is an interesting ban choice.
As you do see that Jhin ban coming through, I do definitely agree with that Darius ban, as Darius being just such a strong champion up in this top lane. I'm definitely S tier at the moment. I'm not sure exactly how the matchup with Aatrox and the Darius works. You could guess that it's probably unfavorable since they were calling for that Darius ban. But nonetheless, Darius is just very strong at the moment in general. So
Zillion picked up in bot lane here as the support. Actually, could be mid Zill. Really gives a whole lot of emphasis to a single champion. If you're looking for a single hyper carry, you pick Zillion as some sort of laner, and you can just make them live longer, and that's oftentimes just good enough. Lucian picked up for the side of Huge Minion Difference. Solid ADC. His ult always puts in work. It could be a solid pick here.
yeah, back to that Zillion pick. I feel like Zillion is one of those champions that's honestly really underplayed. His ultimate is so useful and so impactful. If used properly, it brings so much utility to the team. It makes it so hard for the enemy team to pick off anybody, but specifically key carries that you really need to keep alive. Zillion definitely, especially in team play, he's very, very effective.
Absolutely. And has a solid laning phase. Just his Qs and his ability to do massive AoE stuns, if well played, is backbreaking at times.
So it does look like we will be seeing a Zillion Taric bot lane here, which is quite interesting for the side of Trigger Happy. What were your thoughts?
Yeah. This could be interesting. Into a more traditional bot lane that's engage heavy. You're hoping that your Zillion's going to, or those two will be able to protect themselves, but like a solid Nautilus hook into a stun, into Lucian, like dashing in and dealing damage, this could get out of hand really quickly if not well handled.
So along with that, they are just very also AP oriented on the side of Trigger Happy. Diana in the mid lane, Fiddlesticks jungle. They do have the Aatrox in the top lane, but definitely lots of AP damage on the side of Trigger Happy, and potentially some solid tanks on the side of Huge Minion Difference. Nautilus definitely going to get very tanky. Malphite can flex build. AP Malphite is very popular right now, so that could be what we're seeing up in the top lane. But if he does opt to build tanky, tanks are so strong right now. Tank Malphite, especially, very strong as well. So definitely a solid front line on the side of Huge Minion Difference here for buy some time for CCO on this Master Yi and Sharon Fang on Lucian to really get in there and do lots of damage.
Speaking of the Master Yi, we have a pretty effective counter pick of Fiddlesticks that got picked up. I don't think we made much comment on it. His fear and his silence can do a lot to slow down the Master Yi and keep him from just like yeeting himself into the back line.
Another interesting point here is that whether or not Shadow Jumper does opt to build AP on this Malphite, but especially if he does get AP, there could be the interesting counterplay here to the Zillion would be to just completely all-in him with the Malphite ult and chain CC him to death. Especially if he is going to be building straight AP as the carry in the bot lane, would not be necessarily bad to waste all the resources on that as well. So it really could just potentially negate the Zillion ult if executed properly on the side of Huge Minion Difference.
I am mildly concerned about the team cup of Trigger Happy, given that they are almost all AP.
There's a lot of AP damage there, and it really also comes. I totally agree. Like, it comes down to the way that Huge Minion Difference is going to build this game. If I was Shadow Jumper here and I was Huge Minion Difference, I would probably opt to build tank. Tanks are just tank on Malphite. Excuse me. Tanks are just so hard to kill now. If you have a couple tanks on your team, and they're like not behind it all, they're CSing properly, they're caught up in the game, they are just so hard to kill, especially in these front to back team fights. If you play them smart, you can have a huge Nautilus, a huge Malphite, and plenty enough CC to go through these team fights, especially considering the comp here for Trigger Happy. It's not necessarily the most traditional comp. Not saying it's definitely not capable of working. It's very interesting, but I'd probably opt for the more standard build here on Malphite and just go tank.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I would do. AP Malphite is explosive. It's entertaining, and it's fun to play, but oftentimes it's not game-winning.
It can be. If you're able to find those key initiations and just pop people, that's the key to making it work, obviously. But if Trigger Happy's gonna be playing this smart and really is keeping an eye on the Malphite and ready to hit that F key as soon as he sees him flying in, it could leave him in a precarious situation. And if you don't have Malphite as a tank, then if he's dead early on in a fight, it makes it much harder for CCO on the Z and Lucian to cut through all 5 members on the side of Trigger Happy. So it's honestly just kind of like a high risk, high reward scenario if you opt to go AP Malphite here.
Yeah, for sure. Where do you put your money? Is it worth it to gamble? It's hard to say. But we will have our answer soon enough as we are loading into the Rift.
It's the first game of the ALS Season 2. Well, I guess it's technically not the regular preseason events is going to be getting underway right now.
Yeah, hype.
I don't know about you, but it feels a little weird being back in the caster's chair, the metaphorical caster's chair here after such a hiatus.
Yep. Oh, of note, the Fiddlesticks rework has also been added to the game since the last time we streamed.
True.
And
We do have a minor technical difficulty here with getting that in-game up on the stream for everybody. Teams are currently invading. Unfortunately, we can't see this.
a couple flashes burned.
All right, looks like we got it on screen now here.
Yeah, so Nico burned flash there to try to stun the Aatrox. Aatrox burned flash in response. Not much happened other than that. We're going to do some vision trading, and then teams are going to go to more normal laning phases.
You see that ward from Trigger Happy getting placed on the red buff here inside Huge Minion Differences jungle, so they will see where this Yi is starting. Catch CCO here on the red buff. Every little bit of information is helpful.
That other ward sitting just off of mid lane here on blue side jungle, that is so valuable.
We do see Fiddle opting to start. Looks like he started Gromp.
No, you.
Oh, never mind. It hadn't spawned in.
You start wolves.
Starting wolves. Fiddlesticks. Apparently, Mono would know more than I. The pathing here for Fiddle in the jungle.
So, like, what he's going to do now is going to aggro both blue and Gromp, because he wants to have multiple enemies on him at all times. And so he's just going to heal his way through it all.
And this could be potentially big here. The two deep wards from Trigger Happy in the red side jungle here are about to time out, but they will spot CCO here walking back up towards top side. So
yeah, they're gonna see him go for his chickens and then roll back.
Which is the regular path here would be to get level 3 on Master Yi and probably continue to power farm, but they will not catch him leaving the red side jungle here. So they will only have to infer
down
that
bot
he's
lane,
doing
we have
clear.
a solid fight going on. Servant gets the stun off, keeping them alive, but that was way closer than it should have been.
Early CS numbers pretty close all around. No lanes getting severely suppressed at this early state. You see a little bit of a contest over the Scuttle Crab here. Witchblades will be alpha striked onto here as he's feared away, and hopefully Witchblades is thinking he's going to be able to get out here.
He's gonna get out. That was awfully close. We have that guy kind of roaming down. Okay, never mind. He's gonna turn back to his lane.
Okay, trying to put some pressure on the Scuttle Crab here, but ultimately just going to hand it over to CCO. As Witchblades was forced to base there as he was super low.
Yeah, Fiddlestick's not thriving on the 1v1.
CCO was kind of hovering, is currently hovering around here, looking for the gank, is on a ward. Trying to go in and get some damage here, but I doubt it's going to make that much of an impact except for a little bit of lane pressure.
Yeah, well...
Did actually manage to get some HP off of him there.
Yeah, pop some pots, but he's gonna probably stay in lane, be mindful, and it'll work out. Witchblades working bot lane, getting that bot lane scuttled, probably looking to gank, but that ward's gonna see him right before it times out. Fiddlesticks without his level 6 yet, his gank potential isn't particularly great. Ooh, but that stun may change things.
And definitely good amount of CC in this bot lane too for Trigger Happy. If Tark's able to land the stun, quickly be followed up by a couple bombs from Zillion. So
here comes the hard engage. Servant getting low very quickly. Stun goes out. Oh, but it's not quite enough. The flash doesn't save him. Cryptid coming in with Witchblades, along with the roam from Sad Girls. This could result in some kills. Maybe. It's taking a while to get it done. Heals blown. TP is popped. There is a party going down here bot lane.
Double
Another
TP.
in response. Witchblade's turning back around. A lot burned with very little to account for it from both sides. Meanwhile, SJ capping here is just allowed to free push this lane and get some CS and a plate here too.
Yeah, the roam there from Sad Girls ended up ultimately just trading in Ignite for heal on Sharon Fang. So we'll have to see if that trade ends up being beneficial for them if they're able to capitalize on that heal being down in the next couple minutes. Pings on the dragon here for Trigger Happy as the bot lane for huge minion difference did have to reset. They are going to use the TP here to bring in the extra reinforcements. TCO lurking in the shadows over the wall. I really don't think there's anything they can do here.
This is pretty well.
They're committing. They're committing.
Flash is burned. This is a hard commit, and it's not gonna make a difference. That's unfortunate.
Opts for the flash too, because he didn't have quite enough time left to hit that blast cone. Goes for the glory. Goes for the steal.
That was greedy. I think that was resoundingly a mistake.
It would have been glorious if it worked, but it's definitely one of those high risk, medium reward scenarios.
Yeah, questionable choice made.
I think that was blind too. I think they'd gotten rid of the control ward. I don't think he had a ward in there anymore. So
yeah, he just swept it.
I may have been mistaken on that, but nonetheless, tied back up here at 1-1. Goal lead within 300. And that kill was on the Zillion too, so both carries down here in the bot lane with these kills. A little invade here from CCO, trying to keep some pressure on Witchblades here, but will be spotted out by Savape, and probably a smart move. He just backs off. Yeah. Although he does have Prio in the bot lane and mid lane, or mostly just bot lane, but after that aggressive play there at the Drake, I think he's just looking to keep farming up.
Yeah, I can see that.
Top lane, pretty big CS lead here for that guy on this Aatrox. Up 20 CS. Shadow Jumper looking pretty low too. Looks like the pressure is being kept on pretty well here from that guy.
Not needing to pick the pocket Yasuo, he can play something else.
Shadow Jumper being forced to recall here, does not have TP up, will be missing out on this wave and some XP, and I'm sure that guy will at least get a plate here. Pretty good things on the side. Trigger Happy here up in this top lane. Witchblade's eye in mid lane.
Almost 30 CS difference up in top lane so far. That's going to be problematic.
The gang's coming in. Fear comes off. Dash coming in from Sad Girls. Ult pop from Nico, but it is too late.
Fast in a hurry. Meanwhile, top lane, CCO is hovering behind this Aatrox. That guy could be in danger. Malphite pops ult here. That guy trying to duke it out isn't going to have it just yet. Has to flash out. Can't 2v1. I think he's going to die here, boys. Oh, I say that, but he's doing a lot of damage still. Is he going to pull it off? Does it have it? Oh, that's one kill already.
Not enough damage from CCO.
That's unfortunate.
Quite the 1v2. And I was worried that, I wasn't worried. I thought that guy may have been able to just escape if he had just ran with the World Ender. But he knew more than I about that power spike, and he was looking for that spicy 1v2 here. He said he had him.
Oh, Fiddlesticks ulting over the wall. Gonna need some turret shots here. We'll get out just fine. Things looking decidedly in the favor of Team Trigger Happy when it comes to top lane. However, bot lane remains pushed up to the tower with a noticeable but not back-breaking CS difference. Oh, engage goes down. Nautilus going for the kill. Will just get CC'd away.
Yeah, in the bot lane I do know that Sharon Fang is one of the stronger players in huge minion difference, and so really be looking with the huge deficit here in this top side of the map. Should be looking to them to maybe play around this bot side and try to make some more happen here. So, do see another fight.
Beetless burn, CCO in the back line, gonna have to walk away. There's just not enough emphasis or reason for him to dive this. Too risky when he needs to be playing on the safer side of things.
Yeah, no flash here on Tarek too, so he needs to be Savape needs to be pretty careful not to get hooked, because that would be a very bad situation.
Should low on mana though.
We do see CCO, excuse me, also hovering his bot side, but yeah, Sharon just too low ultimately, or anything.
Mid lane, things could get interesting. Where is it? Nope, it's gonna get seen before they can have the engage. But drag is up, and both teams are working to play around it.
Okay, Trigger Happy wanting to take down the second Drake of the game, getting closer to that soul at an early state here, only about 12 minutes in. Great vision control here in the river for them. They're just going to play this slow, not making anything forced. Oh, Seiji capping, walking in a very bad place.
Oh, sad girls picking up the kill.
And that is really what they need here, start up this Drake.
Yeah. Things are now decidedly in the favor of Team Trigger Happy on this dragon.
TP is available here on the Aatrox as well, if that was required.
Oh, Malphite burning his TP to go top. Shadow Jumper just trying to stop the hemorrhaging of top lane.
And Team Trigger Happy did take a little bit of time there to start this Drake, but they were able to push out bot lane and then get that rotate over. Picked up their second Drake. We do see CCO though going for that trade. That's the Herald. It's in his eyes. It should be taken down here in just a moment. And that's actually really good here for huge minion difference, because if Trigger Happy was able to take down that Herald and make a play on top lane, that would just make this lead even larger and make things way worse here for the side. Huge minion difference that they are unable to stem the leading here on top lane.
Survey taking a lot of damage. Ryan Brazzers super low here. Oh, he might just get out. Yep. Very close, but manages to get out. Savate taking a ton of damage for his team, but in the end, decidedly winning that fight with the help of Witchblades on the Fiddlesticks.
Trigger Happy has mounted themselves just over 1,000 gold lead here, about almost 2,000. Pardon me.
Remarkably still close.
2,000 is not too much. Definitely surmountable. We do see the Malphite coming in top lane, catching that guy out under the turret. World Ender is popped, trying to run away. I'm pretty sure he's going to be perfectly fine here. Look at that chunking damage coming back.
He's just fine. And that is Shadow Jumper doing the more tanky Malphite build that we were talking about. Oh, that's a kill to that guy up in top lane by himself. Just about under tower. That's probably going to cost the tower in and of itself.
Huge plays here, honestly, from that guy with the 1v2 and then the solo kill. Really, really summing up really how they've gotten a lot of this lead that they've acquired all around this top side. That is the first turret, so
is hovering bot lane again here. He wants this fight.
Oh, the
There's
hook.
The ult pop. Oh my god, that's a ton of damage. So many ults pop there.
Yeah, that is one hook you're hoping does not land, even though you don't know it.
No,
Oh, the
goes
fear.
off. Oh, very well played by Witchblades. Oh, SJ Love or SJ Capping coming in.
The Zillion ult. That's it
The
right
Zillion
there.
ult's saving it. Oh no, but Fiddlesticks is taking all of turret here. That's a lot of damage. But it's going to turn into a 1-for-1.
It will get that kill traded back onto Witchblades, but another turret will be falling here for Trigger Happy. Even more gold in their pockets. TCO coming in the backside.
This Yi is a little ambitious here.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of a another one of those high risk plays we were talking about before.
High risk, medium reward. There, I don't know. You always hope for like the 0 and 17 Master Yi power spike.
Definitely one of those champions that can't have it. Does have small CS lead here on onto Witchblades.
What you-
jungle?
Yeah, once CCO gets a couple items under his belt, Master Yi will hit a natural power spike and be able to do something. And as long as the game goes long enough, it's inevitable that it will perform. As long as the game goes long enough.
So we were talking about the build, which build Malphite was going to opt to take, as we do see the Herald being popped here, as I'm sure it was just about to time out. Probably won't be able to get much done here, if even crash. So Witchblades is rotating
I don't even
over.
think it's going to crash.
Yeah, no. Unfortunate there. But the big thing was, again, that they did not let Trigger Happy take down that Herald, so there is that at least. It's not going to make the situation in any of the lanes, but especially top lane, even way worse.
Sometimes you just have to stop the hemorrhaging.
Oh,
Master Yi, back line. Cryptid here in real danger. Oh, pops ult on himself. CCO
the hook.
has to back out, but the hook lands. Savate, eating a ton of damage here, is going to fall. Cryptid can't go back in. He's too low. Witchblade's trying to make something for nothing out of this. Oh no, Sharon Fang picking up the kill onto the Savate, or not Savate, but Cryptid. This could be a turnaround.
Yeah, we do see that guy coming in. He does have World Ender available to chase down, but decides just to back off here as they are setting pings on the Drake, and Sharon Fang was coming in on that flank.
Yeah,
So-
that was great positioning from Sharon Fang there.
Yeah, definitely putting that threat there. Really, I believe, I'm not sure if they saw, I believe they did see her coming into the river from the wards there by mid lane. So smart from Trigger Happy just to make the safe play, back off, and take down their third Drake. Oh, I did say a little early, but the steal attempt was once again unsuccessful. But back to that fight for just a second. CCO ended up being a 2-for-1 in favor of huge main difference here. A little bit of a silver lining for them. CCO dove that backline and flashed off as he drew all the attention from the members from Trigger Happy, and Trigger Happy just kind of tunneled on him while the rest of the members from Huge Mini Difference were able to collapse and cause some damage. So good distraction there from CCO.
Yep, Herald called now from the side of Team Trigger Happy. This is where the hemorrhaging has to be stopped. If this is well played, they take this, they take Shelly and they bring it and run it down a lane and support it. This could bring about the end of this game. Sharon Fang in real danger here. That guy, incredibly tough.
Sharon popping the heal there to escape that box from that guy.
And that guy, super safe there. Zillion still having ult up.
Trigger Happy just bring in the 5 members here mid with the second Herald. Looking to make a big push here.
Here's where the bleed has to be stopped. They have to manage to stall this out,
Oh.
and it's not going to happen like that. Shelly makes the charge, damage goes down, tower's going to quickly fall. And Team Trigger Happy just running it down mid. Shelly getting the second charge off. Master Yi making an appearance to help slow this down. And this could have been a lot worse. However, the Trigger Happy has not backing off just yet, looking to drag this out a little bit more. Now they're going to break apart, having gotten a tower and most of another.
Yeah, saving the inhibitor turret there, while it is quite low, definitely good. Keeping the base intact, especially
That guy's standing on a ward.
yeah, lots of members here from huge minion difference.
Yeah, he's
Probably
just,
just wants to slide out.
Yeah. We're up to almost a 5k gold lead now, and things are
Almost
getting
6K.
out of hand. Yeah.
Yeah, getting it really again comes back to the style. Oh, something I forgot to mention was looking at the Malphite build that we were talking about in Champion Select. Is he did opt to build tank here, not going AP Mal. Definitely better that he's done that since they're so far behind, obviously. But CCO also caught out here potentially, trying to pick up Witchblade before he goes down.
Thinking he had the 1v1, it was not a 1v1.
Yeah. Their jungle is not their jungle anymore at this point. Although there's not a lot of wards from Trigger Happy in their jungle, but ultimately the pressure is just too much. It's their jungle.
Yeah. Just about anybody from Team Trigger Happy can 1v1 just about anybody from Team Heavy or Minion difference.
Baron, no problem here to be taken down. Sharon getting that mid lane shoved out, trying to buy a little extra time for her team. But once again, that middle inhibitor turret's quite low, so I'm sure Trigger Happy will have very little trouble here getting that taken down. And this base cracked.
Yeah, just escorting in the minion wave.
Tark ult being popped here just for good measure. I say, get the hell away from us.
Malphite ult pop, that's a lot of damage on the engage.
Oh my, Nico
It's not
ultimate.
quite enough though. That Nico ult did a ton of damage, but the team of Trigger Happy is just too beefy, too far ahead at the moment. It's just not enough.
Flash from Sharon Fang there, trying to dodge and outplay, but the goal difference is just too high.
It's just back here stopping minions.
Proxy the wave, trying to do something.
Almost. Good try, CCO. But I don't think you were winning that.
It was a good plan
true.
until it didn't work.
Yeah.
So I'm sure this game is all but over.
Oof, in a lot of danger here. The bizarre team comp putting in work, putting on a show. That guy eating a lot of damage here, but life stealing up just as much. Ult is popped. He's going to go in for a hard engage. That guy's kind of scary.
That guy is absolutely massive on this Aatrox.
So many resets.
6-0-6. I'm sure that will be the end of the game here. It's so many times when a team respawns in and is behind like that and starts chasing down the team who's ahead, who's a little bit low. So many times do they overchase despite having higher health bars and get turned back on it, and the game's over. That happens so often. Happening again right here. Learn that. If you learn anything from that game, ladies and gentlemen, take that in mind. Don't overchase when you're behind lots of gold.
Yeah, can we just take a second and just marvel at that guy in the top lane? on that Aatrox. Most damage in the game, was tanky, was impactful, on a CC champ, dominated lane. Like, well done. Just well done.
Yeah, really the difference here was the top lane. Minor lead in the bot lane. Sharon was able to pick up that early kill, but later on, Zillion was able to pick up the return kill, and then ultimately, not a lead was mounted there by Sharon in the bot lane to make up for the huge lead that guy got on this Aatrox. And that gold lead really turned into just dragons and turrets around the map. And the game.
Yeah. And
So the first
with
game,
that, we have a victor and our first win of the preseason of the Ascendant League series.
and everyone should also note from this that ban that guy's Yasuo, but keep an eye on the Aatrox, because we'll have to see if this was a one-time good performance on that champion, or if he's been practicing in the offseason. But with that game concluded, Trigger Happy will be advancing to the group stage here later on in the day. Huge Minion difference is eliminated, but it was a good effort there from them today, and can't wait to see more from them in the coming weeks and in the regular season. As I have previously said, the next block of the day, the 4 p.m. block, is actually going to be a break block, as if we could see the bracket here again. We did have a team withdrawal last minute, so Target shopping carts will be receiving a bye here and advancing to the group stage. And the third game of the day, the third game of play-ins, will be taking place at 5 p.m. EST. We will be taking a short break here, but we'll be going live again probably around 4:45, 4:50. So take a short break, go get some food, go take a shower, I don't know, go relax, and we'll be back in just about an hour.
Yeah, quarantine life, the good old 4 o'clock shower.
Just the 4 o'clock shower.
See you all soon, people.